Hi guys. We're doing our makeup backwards today. Backwards. So what that means is, and I know I've had people ask me this before, how can you do your makeup in a certain order every single time? And for the most part, the reason that I do that is because it helps me like stay on track with everything that I do. If I do it the same way, I tend not to forget any pieces. I'm just putting a little Touch Glorious primer on my face. So, hi Francesca. So the reason that I usually do it in the same steps every time is so I don't forget anything. But the other day when I was getting ready for work, I played with the order that I put things on. And so I'm going to do that today just to kind of show you the difference. So we're going to totally skip around. And hopefully I don't forget anything. But I laid out all my makeup products here so that hopefully I don't... Hi, Bryn. So that hopefully I don't forget anything. And today I am home with the boys because it is winter break here in New York. And I did not want to stick my mom with them all day, Thursday and Friday. So I took the day off of work today and tomorrow to be home. And they're downstairs watching a movie. Hi, guys. They're downstairs watching a movie and they could care less what I'm doing right now. So I'm like, I'm going to go do my makeup because I'm taking myself to the salon later to get my roots toned because I'm looking a little Dolly Parton and I can't take myself seriously right now. So it's just, I've never been this blonde before and I'm having a hard time like adjusting to it. I gave it 2 weeks and it was still a little bit blonde for me. So I have to like slow my roll. All right, so while the primer sits on our face, I'm not going to like sit here with idle hands. So the first thing I'm going to do is exfoliate my lips. This sugar scrub is heaven on earth, especially in the winter. And it's just a sugar scrub with coconut oil in it. So it like conditions and exfoliates your lips. And I tend to use it like every other day. And it just makes your lipstick look so much better. And your lips absorb all like the good moisture that you put on it when you're applying lipstick all the time. And then I'm going to put a little bit of our Beachfront Kissed lip oil to just moisturize them while we do all the makeup. And this is the kiwi. It's actually got little kiwi seeds in it. And it tastes divine. All right, so in the event I'm not wasting time, while my primer sits and acclimates to my skin, I'm actually going to do my brows first. So this is the Brow Obsession palette in Brunette. And I'm just going to go in and do that top and bottom line of my brows. And draw these puppies in. So like I said, we're doing our makeup backwards today. One of the last things I'm going to do is highlight. And I think I'm even going to try to contour before I highlight to get that really bright under eye and just a very flawless, simple look. I picked out 4 different eyeshadows to use today, all of which are super neutral. They're kind of like my go-tos when I just want like a polished look, but I don't want to look really, really extra. So I'm going to go in with those. I think I'm going to use Astute, Transcendent, Gingerly, and another shimmery one that I picked out. But we will go over all of the things. If I forget something, just be like, girl, where's your concealer? Because it's very possible that I will forget now that I'm not going in order. But I tried this. What day did I try this? I tried this yesterday before I went to work. I did it backwards. And I did like the way that it came out. So, hi Abby, how are you? So that is what's going on today in the humble Barkovich abode. That and laundry and sleeping in. I'm addicted to sleeping in now. The kids are old enough where they just go downstairs and get on their iPads and leave me alone to wake up at 9 a.m., which I've waited 8 long years for that. 8 years is a long time. But they are finally at that age. And, okay, let's talk about Khloe Kardashian. Am I the only one shook by this? Please tell me, because honestly, I feel like this poor girl cannot catch a break. She either has the worst taste in men ever, or she just has like a kick me sign on her Prada jacket and nobody told her. Because my heart breaks for Chloe. Please feel free to weigh in on this, because I don't know if I'm in the minority and nobody cares, but I care deeply. I feel very bad for her. Okay, so brows are on, and we look a little crazy with just having brows on and nothing else, but don't worry, it gets better. All right, so I'm going to do eyes first. So I'm going to go in with this great shade, which is called Astute. This is like, what happened? Love me some Chloe. She is so organized. Okay, so this is what happened. We know Kylie Jenner's best friend, Jordan Woods, who like 5 months ago they launched like a palette on Kylie's makeup and whatever. So she lives with Kylie. Kylie like basically buys her cars and diamonds and just like loves her and whatever. Tristan, Chloe's baby daddy, was caught hooking up with 21-year-old Jordan Woods over the weekend. So this is like major. I mean, first of all, to be cheated on a second time in 1 year sucks. But second of all, to be cheated on with like a really close family friend, ouch. And not that Tristan is any prize. I mean, I'm beyond. I just think that's so terrible. Tristan, you got a diagnosis coming to you someday. How do you do that? How do you do that to her? And like not expect it to play out so publicly. And this Jordan Woods girl, did you not like your free ride in life? Did you not like receiving all of these beautiful things from like people who treated you really well? I'm confused. So I don't know. It blows my mind. Okay, so this is Astute. It's just this really pretty sort of like caramel, like slightly darker than my skin tone color. And I'm going to go in with my Younique blending brush. I'm just cleaning off. And I'm going to apply this basically all over my lid and into my crease. So I don't know. What will Chloe do? I hope she makes a public statement about this, because the fact that, I get it, when this all came out last time, she gave birth like 48 hours later. So it wasn't really like at the top of her priority list. But now she has to, hi Suzanne. She has to say something. How do you say nothing? They're like the most public family ever. So she's got to say something. All right, so that's Astute. You can just see that it just gave my eyes just a little bit of warmth. Nothing crazy. And then we're going to go in with Gingerly, which is like one of my favorite shades ever. It looks amazing on everybody's eyes. I haven't seen it on... And I'm just going to blend this into my crease. This is going to be a very, very neutral eye look. Super soft and pretty. And it'll go on any eye color ever. So I'm just kind of buffing it into the crease just to give my eyes a little bit of extra warmth and zhuzh. Also, I got my skin I got a facial on Monday. And I got my skin dermaplaned. If you have never had your skin dermaplaned, I highly recommend it. I was so obsessed with this. It gets rid of all of the peach fuzz on your face, and it like deeply exfoliates all the dry skin off of it. Granted, I didn't have a lot. Thank you to my exfoliating mask. I'm taking the shade Transcendent, and I'm just going to use this to sort of blend both of the colors together. It's just a really good transition shade. Nicole, I miss your videos. I need to start watching them again. I love my products, if you can believe it. I still haven't used my face mask, but you haven't used your face mask? Oh my God, you have to. You're going to be over the moon obsessed with them. Especially the exfoliating mask. Use it twice a week. What I do in order to make time to do it is I wash my face at night. I usually shower at night because I just don't have time or like the will to live in the morning when I get up. So we're going to be done with our eye makeup. Where did I just drop? We're going to be done with our eye makeup for right now. We're going to go back and touch it up, but I wanted to do this first because I'm going to do foundation next. What was I saying? So, to do my exfoliating mask, I usually take off all my makeup and then I put my exfoliating mask on, and you want to like rub it into your skin, like your cheeks for a minute and a half, your chin for a minute and a half, your nose and your pores and your forehead for a minute and a half. So it takes about like 5 or 6 minutes just to massage it deeply into your face, because you just put like a drop of water on it just to get it going. But you really want to massage it in, because that's going to be what pulls all the dead skin off of your face. And then because it has clay in it, clay pulls toxins from your skin. So you want to let that stay on your skin for like a good 5 minutes. So the whole thing takes like 10 to 12 minutes total. So at that point, I start my shower so that like my water is nice and scalding hot for when I get in. And then I go in, and the first thing I do is just rinse off my face mask when I get in the shower. And then the beauty of that is all the nice hot steam in my shower continues to open up my pores and let my skin breathe and everything. And now all of the dead skin is off of it, and the clay has pulled things out. So I like can essentially steam my face while I'm in the shower, doing my hair and washing and shaving, all that kind of stuff. So that is definitely my recommendation for when you do your exfoliating mask, is to do it like that. And I only wash my hair twice a week, so it works out that I do the exfoliating mask on the nights that I'm washing my hair. Okay, so now we're going to go in and do foundation. So I'm going to use a combination of BB cream and Eyelet liquid foundation, because this is a tinted moisturizer. If you are having problems with your skin retaining moisture when it is so cold and dry out, then BB cream to the rescue. So I just put a little bit on the back of my hand, and this is the BB cream in the shade Bisque, which is our second shade up. It's pretty light. I have been using BB cream just on its own. In fact, I don't know if I've ever done just... What, D? He went poop. Hold, please. Dylan went potty, and he needs his mother. Hang on 2 seconds. I'm coming. Okay, hop down. Okay, bend over, little one. Good job. Flush and wash, please. You did good. Ay. Good job, buddy. Okay. I'm going to show you, you know what, I'm going to do just BB cream. Why not? My skin is looking really good because of the dermaplaning and my skincare. So I'm just going to add a little bit more BB cream. And I'm going to show you what a BB cream coverage looks like. So BB cream is tinted moisturizer. And as you can see, it does have a fair amount of tint to it. I would call this like a medium to light coverage. But the great thing about it is I set my makeup with pressed powder anyway. So the pressed powder is full coverage. And if I needed a little bit of like extra, you know, perfection on my face after I do this, then I'm definitely going to get that using the pressed powder. All right. So this is straight up BB cream, nothing else. And I'm just going to use a damp beauty blender. A little bit too wet, actually. So if you have aging skin, if you have really dry skin, or if you just have flawless skin and you don't want to wear a full coverage foundation, then BB cream is going to be your jam. Because it's going to give you a super glowy look. It's not going to clog your pores, and it's going to continue to like hydrate your face all day long. And I love to be glowy like J-Lo. I am not a pinch like J-Lo in any way, shape, or form other than like possibly my love of hoop earrings. But that woman is ageless and perfect. And her skin is so on point, I can't even begin to tell you. Okay. So BB cream is 100% blended in. And you can see that it just gives my skin like a little bit of like luminescent glowiness. It's not a heavy coverage though. So if you're looking for something full coverage, either go with our liquid foundation or blend a little of the liquid foundation into the BB cream, and then you have like the perfect consistency right there. Alright, so I am going to go in all over the place because we're doing things backwards. I'm going to go in with Epic mascara. Yeah, let's do Epic now. So I do 2 coats of Epic. Basically, what I'm trying to do is the last thing I do to be concealer, because I want to keep that concealed part really nice and bright for a super fresh face. That is always life goals right there. So I do 2 coats of Epic. The first coat kind of acts like a primer, and then the second coat really lengthens and separates. Makes your lashes look nice and thick and juicy. Like so. So the whole thing about doing my makeup backwards is same rules still apply. You have to finish with powder, and because my contour is a cream, I have to put that on before I finish with powders. It's just a rule. It's just the way that it is. So I'm going to go ahead and do my concealer now. So this is Scarlet Concealer. I'm just going to put a little bit on the back of my hand. And when I mean a little bit, that little dot. That's all that I put. All right, so we're just going to go and put this under our eye. Now, the whole reason I use a concealer brush to do it is that it helps me distribute the makeup without going so heavy-handed on it. And that is what is going to prevent creasing and basically seeing your fine lines and wrinkles. Because we do not want any part of that. No, ma'am. But because I have my eyeshadow on first, when I do this, I can basically make like the perfect cut with my concealer to keep everything nice and bright. And then on my chin. Up like this. Pop that jawline up onto my forehead. I actually don't even know if this is the same method that I used when I did it yesterday, because I've only done the backwards makeup once. It's still a work in progress. Okay, so look at how I still have this left over on my hands. I'm actually going to go and just put like a pretty matte highlight underneath my brow. That same concealer. Okay, so that is how much concealer. The coverage is unreal. If you like concealer, you need this concealer. It is the best I've ever used. One of these puppies lasts me 6 months, and you can see why. Okay, so I'm going to take the same blending sponge that I used to do my BB cream, and I'm going to take the short flat side and just press in my concealer. And you can see, because of the fact that this is a little bit damp and because my skin has so much hydration in it from the BB cream, that it just melts in effortlessly. And also because you're not using like gobs and gobs and gobs of it. Everything okay in there? Dylan? Dylan?
What?
Are you okay in there?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, just blend this out. That nice brightness. 100. Level 100. Okay, and I still have some of this on my hand, so if I want to go in and just like contour anything else out, I absolutely can. All right. All right, so now we're going to go in and I'm going to go and do a little bit of pressed powder in crepe, and I'm going to just set my face with it in the areas that I did not conceal, because we're still going to do setting powder on them. But like I said, this is going to give us that Photoshop finish, and it's going to set our makeup so that it doesn't go anywhere all day long. Okay. Now we are going to go in with gingham pressed powder, and we're going to contour our face. You can see like what a difference bringing a little bit of that contour in makes. And just blending it in nicely. Smoothing it out on your face, everything. And then I just put a little bit up here. You don't want to cut off your forehead. It's going to make your forehead look really tiny if you apply too much and too much towards the center. So just a little bit to either side. And then I go in with that same powder concealer brush and do my nose. Just kind of blend it out so it doesn't look so harsh. And then we got to do our jawline. So this is the shade Gingham. Gingham is approximately 3 shades darker than my normal skin tone is. Now we are going to go in and use Touch Behold setting powder. And I'm going to go in and just dust this under my under eyes, just to set this so that it doesn't move during the day. And you can see how nice and bright my under eyes still are. Super bright. I love a bright under eye. And it also acts, because it's super finely milled, as like a blurring powder. So if you have larger pores, watch this trick. Beauty sponge, translucent powder. We're just cleaning that contour line. And we're gonna let it bake there for a few minutes. It's gonna make our contour look perfect. And I also kind of go in there and just make sure that that crease on the eye look is perfect, because the higher up you can kind of make that crease look, then like the more narrow your face looks. And mama like that. All right, we'll dust that off down here in just a minute. And I'm actually going to go in and add a little bit of gingerly, which is that sort of like pumpkin-y brown color. I'm just going to go in and sort of add a little bit of that to my lower lash line to kind of just put a neutral smokiness to it. I just like the way that it warms it up a little bit without making it too dark. Okay. And now we are going to go in and add a little bit of blush in the shade Sweet. This is like one of the most perfect neutral blushes. Just that pretty flush look on your skin. You can see how it just like warms all of that up. Blush just totally finishes your look. I would have never ever said that before using these blushes, because it was always so much pigment and I never thought that it looked natural. But now I need the blush. All right, so I'm gonna go in with Benevolent Luminizer, one of my favorite less obvious luminizers. It's sort of like this pearly gold color. And I just blend it right on the top of my cheekbone here. And it acts as a really pretty transition into that blush and like blends it in perfectly. And it also gives my skin that glow that I'm always after. And I pop a little right over my eyebrow arch and down my nose. I did not use the shade yet. This is Joyful. It's one of our new neutral. It's kind of hard to see because it's a metallic. It's sort of like a pink champagne shimmer. And I'm just going to go put that on my pinky and put that right on the inside corner of my eye. And you can see how it just like brightens up my eye. Gives it a little love. I just like that brightness. blend it out so it's... Okay. Cupid's bow. Super important. I always put my highlighter on my Cupid's bow because it makes the biggest difference when you do your lips. So I'm going to take the lip oil off of my lips because I'm using Splash liquid lipstick, and Splash goes on and stays on all day long if you have a dry lip when you're applying it. Okay, so my favorite lip, Plush lip liner. Plush lip liner, and now we're going to go in with Subtle Splash liquid lipstick. This is one of my absolute favorites. It's one of our new ones. It looks amazing on everyone. And I blend it right into that lip liner. Like butter. Okay, and then I'm going to use Sparkling, which is another one of my favorites. It's super, super, super light pink. And I'm just going to ombre it out. Right in the center. Isn't that so pretty? A wee bit more plush. I'm going to add a little bit of bronzer to this look, just on my cheekbones. This is Sunset, so this is our lightest bronzer. And I just kind of like the glow that bronzer gives me. But still, see how light and bright everything stayed? Obsessed. This is like one of my most favorite kind of go-to looks. And for the win, I still have concealer left over on the back of my hand, because this concealer is like the cat with 9 lives. So instead of wasting it, we're just going to make sure that our brows look super on fleek. And so do our lips. All right, most important meal of the day, setting spray. Give it a nice shake. And set that baby, because we don't want this makeup to go anywhere. So that is our backwards makeup. I swear any skin tone could wear this, any eye color could wear this, anything. You can play it up, you can play it down. It's perfect for going to the office. It's perfect for running errands. It's perfect for whatever you have in store for you. So I will take a unfiltered selfie and I will post it on here so that you can kind of see the after look. And I'll post in the comments all of the makeup that I used to do today's look so that you can shop the look. If you want to be color matched or anything like that, just shoot me a message and I will get right back to you on that. And if you have any questions about our skincare line or products or anything like that, I'm all ears and always here to help. So I love you guys. Have a great day. I will be back on tomorrow for another live video. If there is something specific you want to see, just let me know and that's what we'll do.